Hello, everybody, and welcome to the stream. We're about to be seeing a Vorago dying in practice, a 70-star non-stop race between Vorago and RetroRuns. Both kind of maybe more old-school players. Not someone I've seen much of recently. My name is Flippio. I'll be the only commentator doing this segment. So I hope you don't mind my voice, because it's gonna be only me. Before we start, just quick shoutouts to Speedrun.com and GSA themselves for hosting this tournament. I'm not sure how many entrants there are, but you probably know more than I do about that. I think there's not really anything specifically we were waiting for. I guess you've all been waiting already to get this started. So we'll just be asking here in Discord if people are ready. And as you all know, as it says on stream as well, it's a best out of 3. So since it's a kind of short tournament, it will be just not one run. It's a little bit more spread out to make it more fair who wins. I know that as we'll be seeing them starting here pretty soon, RetroRuns has a 37-minute time and Vorago has a 35. But just taking a sneak peek at Vorago's comment, it said that he'd only finished one run. So it seems like Vorago probably the favorite to take this race. But who knows? It's really a race. Anything can pretty much happen, especially in such a short run. And you know, since it's non-stop, if you mess something big up, that's a lot of time just right there. It seems like we're going now. Our restreamer has just set the sign for go. Just waiting for them. The synchronization from stream delay. Vorago starting, RetroRun starting. We see here, Vorago is on emulator, and that will be a slight advantage, but it's not that much. People think emulator might save a lot of time, especially in a run like this where there's pretty much no loading zones. It's not really going to be that big of a difference. So even though Vorago has a slight edge, it's really up to the player to win this race. We see them here going into BOB. I've just been taking a sneak peek since I'm not that veteran in 7-star non-stop, and I believe that the route here just picks up. Oh yeah, as we see Vorago just trying to pick up bomb flip, messes up. That's kind of a big setback. But we see RetroRuns going up for the long jump on the top here. I was thinking he might go for the island hop, but it is a very hot strat, especially for a race as well. He's just gonna be grabbing this and getting an extra star in BOB. Vorago, as this is 70-star, you can't skip BOB, you need to go there. So Retro is taking that opportunity to just get an extra star, and Vorago is just playing it safe. Going into Womp's Fortress here, he'll be doing a slightly different route in that sense, because of course you need another star elsewhere. Retro also messing up bomb though. It seems like that's, kind of breaking the start, but at the same time that means they probably are about the same pace. Let's see here. Vorago gonna pick up this star on the way up. See if he can make the cycle here still. He's gonna skip those extra coins, which I guess that makes sense. He's getting half cycle, which is not too bad. I wonder if he's gonna go for the coins first. Yeah, he will. Since you need Catalyst along the way here, this is non-stop, so you can pick up any star. It's a very quick star. Gonna see him line up here. Retro starting his 100 coin at the same time. Yeah, he's just gonna do plank push, which is where you will be jumping next to the plank until it pushes you to the side. That should be nearly perfectly consistent. And we see him getting it. Retro trying to catch up here, but also 1 star ahead, so kind of, I guess Retro seems to be close to the lead here. It depends on how fast he does this as well, of course. Vorago making it up to the top pretty well, but nothing too, bad happening for him. Retro getting the coins, going for Cannonless here. He's just gonna go for the setup. I think this is gonna work. We'll see what happens. He's kind of messing up on the camera there though, but he ends up getting it anyway, so it's fine. That could kind of be scary, because if you go up and down and stuff, you move ever so slightly. Vorago getting Womp King, and Retro's going to be making his rounds up there now. So just a reminder, if everyone's just tuning in right now, this is going to be a best out of 3. So we'll be seeing these two players at least playing 2 games, maybe 3. So stick around for at least an hour and a half in your schedule if you want to be sure to watch everything. Vorago picking up the 100 coin star there and just going off, which is what we see with the route. I think now he's going to re-enter and do the top of the tower and then long jump into the owl cage. It's just an easy way to get that star without having to triple jump, probably a little bit faster as well. And you need 8 stars anyways, because Dark World is 8 stars, and since this is 70 star, the same rules apply as always. There's no BLJs allowed. We're gonna see a Mario Kim slow setup here, but it's gonna work, so it's fine. Exit course. Retro making his rounds here, finishing up the 100 coin. Okay, jumping off the stage as well. We're gonna see Vorago opting to do the slide here. I guess that doesn't really matter, because you have to exit course anyways after. I guess maybe that is also necessary for him to do now with this route. I think you could just do slide after Dark World as well. Not sure if that's really a difference in time. Retro making up to the tower here. Vorago getting 13.7. Not a great time for the slide, but as long as you get the star spawn, that's really what matters in Nonstop, because you only have one shot. Otherwise, you would have to re-enter or do another star on the fly. And it's always difficult to do, you know, things on the fly in a run like this. Oh yeah, okay, that's the reason why he went in there now, I guess. He wanted there to be no lag in the lobby, since he's picked up an odd number. He's not going to be exiting courts after Dark World and have enough, so he just went for it now. Get that out of the way. So you'll see him just fly straight into the star here, and you can exit course with a ledge grab. Because, yeah, you don't get the switch text before you touch the ground, so that's the alternative strat if you want to put it that way. Retro doing kind of what I was expecting Vorago to do, just do Dark World now. I guess maybe that's just a choice, really. Ooh, barely making it in there, but not dying, so it's good for Retro still. He got the decent cycle, and he's getting to the end. So we'll be seeing Vorago starting his Dark World. It's really hard to see. Oh, he doesn't get the die rollout there, just falls off. Not a bad death, though, I want to say. He died without a star select stage, and yeah, it's like just at the start. We're maybe talking 15 seconds. But that does put RetroRuns at more of a peak here. It's hard to say who's in the lead. I think they will be kind of syncing up a little bit more after Retro has finished up the slide and wing cap as well. And Retro is finishing up here, getting the key. As Vorago is doing some jump dives here instead of long jumps. I guess he's gonna play it safe with the cheese block here. Doing this I think this is more of a Japanese strat where you do the cheese first, but it is also a safer strat. He's doing some kicks here. I guess he's a little bit shaky after dying before, just doesn't want to die here at the end, because that would be a minute loss or so. Retro now with 10 stars, going out of Dark World, go directly into wing cap, as he'll be making it down here. He doesn't seem to... Oh, was he trying to maybe just fall down? I don't think that would have been faster anyways, but he does get the text. Maybe he just doesn't know that you can grab the switch, or maybe that's just his choice of strat to go that way around. Vorago spinning Bowser wildly around, hits the bomb. Retro entering CCM, so he's gonna be doing the slide afterwards. And Vorago, I guess he will be entering CCM just to get out here. He's gonna be doing the slide. I'm not sure which 100 coin route they're doing, since I'm assuming there might be different routes depending on what kind of skill level and what kind of time you're going for. These guys are a few minutes behind the world record in this category, so it's going to be interesting. Okay, so Vorago not opting to get an extra star later. He's going to opt for it now. I guess just like a normal route he would be doing up here. And I guess he's not going to be picking anything else up because the cannon isn't open. So not doing secrets, just exiting here. Okay, so now they're almost synced up. The thing is, Retro hasn't done the slide yet, but we'll be seeing them with the same star count, unless if they do some weird strat later, which makes it a little bit easier to follow along. I honestly have no idea who's in the lead, but I think Retro, the slight peak right now, just based on Vorago dying in Dark World, and doing a little bit of slower route. So see him here with a lot of coins. He's been doing the 100 coin slide movement. And he will be making it up here. Kind of a cool strat here with triple jump, wall kick up. I guess he just doesn't do that. Maybe a little bit hard. Getting the blue coins up here, and that should be setting him up for grabbing the 100 coin star down by the wall kicks will work. There's a little arrow. Just jumps down here. I guess he's playing it a little bit safe. I've seen people land directly in the arrow before. We see Vorago making out of the slide, trying to do his best here as well. Punches the wall. Not exactly optimal, but as long as he gets there and doesn't die, that's fine. We see Retro getting the star and exiting course. He should be going up for... No, he's not doing the slide now. Is he even doing the slide at all? He might be doing a completely different route than what I was expecting. Very interesting to see. So just a reminder, I'm not talking over anyone. I am the only commentator. I'm trying my best here to be speaking as fast as possible, keeping up with these players, because they are going pretty fast right now. Seems like Vorago was doubting his movement, but he gets up there eventually. A little bit of a different camera here. He's going for the wall kick, but just barely misses it. Not a big deal, though. Retro making his rounds into BBH. Oh, Vorago missing the long jump, getting stuck. Is he gonna get hit by the snowman? He won't. Okay, good. Going for the wall kick again, messing it up. I have no audio, so I can't hear if he got like a bonk or if he's just messing it up. Okay. Retro out on the roof here. Vorago was so close to just dying there, but I guess not a big deal. He gets there, he gets the 100 coin star spawn. Retro finishing up the 2 stars in PBH, and he will be making it to basement. It could also just be that he's opting to do the slide later, focusing on the early part of the run. I am actually not sure if it is faster or not. I've just seen that the world record does do the slide for the route. Not that veteran myself in this specific category, but have been following a little bit along with routing when Toast Rider did it back in the day. Back in the day, being maybe 1.5 years ago, when this code was used, Nonstop code, for actually doing runs. Pretty cool run, I say so myself. Retro is going in for SSL here. You see Vorago just creeping barely behind him. As you can see, their star counts are very equal, but Vorago has gotten the slide stars, which Retro hasn't. Retro going a little bit of a special route here, I guess, just to play it safe. Not wanting to get messed up by the pyramid side. He's waiting for the Talon, not really cooperating. Oh, and he misses it up. Vorago going for the big boo here. He's actually kicking in for the star just to be 100% sure that he doesn't fall down and misses the bird. I guess that's fine for a race as well, just wanting to play it safe. Nothing bad with that. Activates the top of the pyramid, gonna be entering here as Vorago makes it downstairs. Oh, almost missing that star. That would have been pretty bad, considering this is non-stop and you want to exit course when you're done with this. Vorago getting nips, and Retro making down for the secrets here. Gonna see if he's having some trouble with the camera. It doesn't look like it's gonna be bad, but he's not really opting for a Mario game. I have actually not been paying attention. I can see the Vorago is playing in US version. I'm not sure if Retro is, because I know there can be some issues with sound glitch here, but he gets the star and kills himself, and that is intended. Vorago actually missing the fly guy. This could be pretty bad for him. I guess he's gonna have to go over for the shell, because he needs to get over for that pillar. And if you don't know the slide kick back up, it's pretty difficult to get over there without dying, even if you know it in the first place. So see him get up here. He's gonna be making it here safely. Not necessarily a bad way to do it either. I guess it's just that maybe Retro also missed the talent star, because none of them have gotten it, and it would have made sense to spawn it earlier. Retro got over with the wing cap for the star. I think that's also intended. You lose the cap as soon as you collect the star. That's just an effect of picking up a star that the non-stop code doesn't remove again, so you'll be seeing that they won't just be flying into stars and out of them again, because they can't do that. Vorago getting in the pyramid here, and Retro is going this way around. 100 coin is not done in LLL, but both of the bully stars will be done, and then it's inside the volcano. Going to be interesting to see if he's going to try and do the long jump through the top of the volcano, or if he's just going to do that first and then lava boost after. Vorago getting the intended death here. That's the thing about Nonstop as well. If you've never seen this category before, it's a big thing to kind of optimize the route with how you kill yourself with Mario. Deaths are important because exiting course can put you in the lobby, and that can be pretty far away from where you need to go. So the death in LLL is really smart because you just... the death in SSL, because you're just to the side of LLL and you can enter immediately. Retro gotten both bully stars here. He's going to be doing lava boost. The main boost, I think, is the name of that strat. Vorago's trying to catch up in his tracks. See him going for the camera here. He's going to try and do it. Okay, kind of a safe strat. Oh, if he jumps, he should be fine, but he keeps jumping and he dies. I guess he also was inside the lava there. It should be fine if he re-enters and he gets the star, because you will spawn inside the volcano if you die in the volcano. So not that big of a setback. Obviously a death, but not sure if that or the mistake in Dark World that Vorago made are more costly. I think they're about the same, honestly. Retro gonna be killing himself here. Pretty swoosh down and just laying inside the side, and you kind of get stuck. You can kill yourself pretty quickly. Vorago making it back over here. He misses the long jump. I'm not sure if that was intended. He's gonna have to get this long jump here or he's dead. Also, a little bit scared. He needs some coins, I was about to say, which makes sense because he needs to do the lava boost. That should be fine. He's gonna get 3 coins here in the way and he will have enough health. Also opting for main boost. Also, I think that is kind of maybe the old school go-to strat, maybe more for beginner, but he does some more advanced movement here. Gonna kick back and try and go for the long jump. Oh, he's doing a wall kick. Safe strat, I guess, maybe in its own way. But that looks pretty cool. Retro getting bonked by the boulder here. He's about to get down and get the little island star, and then he's gonna be making it onto the Christmas Miracle switch. I'm interested in seeing how these players will be doing that. Vorago opting for HMC late, which is a perfectly normal way to do it. I guess maybe he's, picking up a route with MIPS late, and Retro is doing an extra star in another stage. See here if he can get this. Oh, he's gonna miss it, but quick double jump kick, and he's gonna back it up. So Vorago here making it through to DDD. I believe he's gonna be doing the jet stream star, and then onto the submarine. Since DDD is a pretty slow stage to go through, and you'd have to re-enter again. It's just done in one go and just getting 2 stars and then out of there. So let's see, Retro also making his way there. It's honestly really hard to tell which of these 2 players are in the lead. You see Retro with the star count that's showing a little bit of a lead, but at the same time, Vorago in D, which is a very quick stage for level. They should be synchronizing up, probably not until they've made it all the way into upstairs, into Tippy. So it's going to be interesting to maybe see if you can pinpoint some of the players maybe making the bigger mistakes or making the bigger plays. Vorago going back for the fin here, not opting to do the front sub, even though it's a little bit easier when you can kind of set it up first. Getting the star and exiting the course here. See RetroRuns having to struggle here, probably. It's a little bit laggy here because the submarine on N64 is very, very, very laggy, as some people might know. That's maybe also an advantage for Vorago playing on emulator. We'll be seeing Retro having to time his swims with lag, making it very difficult. He's spawned the star, he's just got to get down there, but he keeps missing the final swim. And right now he's fighting against the angle. He needs to reset this, but he's maybe just getting flustered, understandably so. He's going to try and approach it more from the side, which I think is a fine idea. He just barely gets it. He actually bumps the ground and that resets your speed, making you go up. But he bounced into the star in the last second, so that's pretty good. Getting some health back here. He was getting close to dying, but nothing too bad. Vorago finishing up DDD a while ago. is now fighting with Reds in the Fire Sea and getting up here just with the normal strat, normal cycle, but he misses it. Kicking for some swag. Can't do much while waiting for the cycle anyways. Double long jump here. And now Retro done with DDD. Actually, re-enters DDD. I guess he's doing the Manta. Is that the only star he's doing? I guess maybe that's a pretty quick start, because he can go directly into the Maelstrom, die, and then he will be right by Fire Sea. Not necessarily a bad strat. I'm not sure if that's normal. But he's trying to exit course, actually. Okay. Is he doing... Where is he going? Okay, so I guess Retro maybe not knowing that you can just... Maybe it's... Oh, okay, never mind. It might be the fact that he doesn't have that many health lives left on Mario's count, and he needs more health for his management later, so he knew that if he didn't do the exit course there, that could be bad. I'm imagining that's the case. Otherwise, it might have just been a mind flop from Retro. We'll see that later if he's on 0 lives. Like I said earlier, it's about managing, kind of micromanaging your lives. How many times can you die? And as we've seen, both players having unintentional deaths, that actually hurts them a lot. I'm not sure if that's normal intended, but Retro did pick up at 1-lot here at the start. So he does. He actually picked up an extra one there as well, I think. Having 4 lives now. Vorago making it into upstairs. Hasn't done HMC yet, so the lead looks a little bit more extreme, but it's hard to tell if he's actually in the lead right now. Both players playing, pretty well. Some mistakes here and there, but they're not doing too bad. Retro also getting a late cycle here, about to make it over for the red coins. Gets knocked down, but doesn't lose any health. Not sure if he picked up a coin right before. Sometimes they can buffer. Vorago struggling a little bit with getting up here, but does get up. Just gonna be doing secrets. Oh, and dives to the side. Retro just finish off Fire Sea kind of neatly. No deaths. Nothing too bad. Okay. Vorago getting the star here. He's gonna be making it over. I'm not sure if he does the fast strat where you will be getting secret star while activating. It seems like he's gonna go for it. Activates this, long jumps over, and this is where it kind of gets tricky because you have to be a little bit quick here. It's a cycle, so needing to punch this box and then doing wall kicks while the elevator's already up there kind of messes up, but he should still be able to make this. Yeah, and he does get up there just fine, and has to exit course because you can't really fall and take enough damage to make an intentional death there. It is slower to exit the course, but it ends up being faster because you can't really do anything else, if that makes sense. So Vorago getting into THI here, and Retro is entering wet dry well just on his tails. It's gonna be interesting later, just because Retro has still not done the slide stars, but he has done HMC, so that's a lot of quick stars out of the way. Vorago having some issues there with the secret star, kind of trying to maintain the momentum so he can do a side flip up immediately. Retro also struggling here with the wall kick up for secrets. I guess maybe he's just not doing the secret star. It's a little bit too tricky for him to do the cycle. He's just gonna be going for the long jump here, get over and do this box then and get over to the elevator right after. After secrets and THI Vorago, making down here for Piranha Plants. A quick star and then you can just side flip and jump into the pipe here. Retro opting up here, get the star, messing up and actually falling down. He should... I think he could have still made it, but he's just gonna play it safe, not waste any more time if he's not confident in making that anyways. But he has very little health. It's gonna be interesting to see if he messes up again. That could be, fatal. He would actually take enough damage for Mario to die. That's a pretty big setback to Vorago, who seems to be doing this pretty well right now. He does get up there though, so not a big deal. Kind of a deal, of course, but not the worst thing that could happen. Vorago struggling here. He can do the triple jump wall kick up, and he seems to know that. Good. Well played by Vorago. Retro here trying again to catch up. It seems like every time he's just about to catch up, Vorago pulls ahead again. Of course, a little bit of a difference in star stun. Kind of scary to miss that red coin. You can side flip jump dive up there though. Okay. Retro doing this, I guess you'd call it a noob strat. It's more of a beginner strat where you go out with the tree here for safety. It's definitely a lot easier than the pro strat. Vorago done with THI now, getting his toad and about to make it into TTM. Retro taking the teleporter, same route here as Vorago. It should be noted that this run has been, of course, it's been tested, but probably maybe more optimal routes, more optimal stars exist than what we're seeing here. But it's hard to time everything. It's a kind of a more novelty speedrun, if you will. Which also means that some of these different routes they're doing right now might not necessarily be much of a difference. Vorago getting up here, having some trouble with the monkey and the fly guy. Cameras keep zooming up for him very, very far. Ultimately, it seems like it's going to be fine. Retro not playing the THI so bad though. As Retro didn't have that issue, probably because he did an easier strategy, but you know that worked out for him, so pretty good. I see him make it down here, kick over, and also mess up the fall. It is a pretty difficult strat though, but he also knows the backup. I guess that is kind of necessary if you want to do that fast. Vorago here getting the start, but he needs to do a double jump kick, I think, up. Or okay, maybe it's a backflip. Trying to line up, but ends up falling down, which is not that great. He needs to get up to the top of the mountain. I guess the backup will just be going over the wall kick. Here, well, not the wall kick, the long jump, sorry. And then getting the wall kick here at the top. Could have been way worse, but that is definitely time loss as Retro finishes up THI. Vorago kind of jumping backwards. And there we go, finally getting that star. He's going to be getting down here for the what's it called? I can't even remember. The box jump over for the mushroom, if you will. So I think RetroRuns definitely caught up a bit. He didn't really mess up in THI. And it's looking like he's not just in the tails here. And Vorago has been doing a little bit worse here in TTM than he would have maybe loved. So we'll see if Retro can... Maybe he has a different strat, maybe he just goes back, or maybe he just pulls off the strat. We'll see here. Yeah, it's definitely a different strat. He just goes up for the top of the mountain first, and then he's gonna go down for the waterfall. He's gonna be doing the slide kick, it seems. But he does it at a bad angle and ends up sliding down here. Not that great, also messing up a little bit. See Vorago finishing up. So now he's past this. Now it's up for Retro. Try and catch up again. Still got off for the slide kick. Maybe never practice the long jump wall kick. Getting this here, and then he can just go over. And actually falls down again, but I guess maybe he's just gonna go down for the box. That would make more sense. The setup is not that difficult. You can just do a C left and C right. It's just hold left here and hold right. And he does make it over there, so it's still fine for Retro. Vorago here in SL. Gonna be doing this long jump. A little bit weird. Guess maybe he wanted to go to the right side but didn't have the momentum. Gotta be sliding down all the way. He actually doesn't get over that. The hills are kind of different to what you'd expect when you have like no speed. Retro here picking up the red coins. Seems like he's gonna be finishing that up. That's a decent angle for the jump down for the star. Most people just probably run off, but he did a jump kick for some reason. But it's not really a big deal. Retro finishing up TTM here as well. I think all around probably a little bit of a better performance than Vorago. Again, very, very difficult to see who's doing what. And as you see here, Vorago shell actually messing up. This is also a side effect of the star with the Nonstop code. It expects you to not need it anymore, but it doesn't actually remove the shell, thankfully, which makes it a little bit quicker here in SL. Vorago already finishing up SL. Pretty quick stage, just up to the top and then doing your rounds around the side. Retro getting the pro strat here. Gonna see if he can do a little bit of a better movement here. I guess he just barely misses the side there. He's not going for the slide like Vorago was, but it did look a little bit easier. Still just barely missing. Maybe feeling uneasy about landing to the left there. Vorago now syncing up kind of with Retro. He's gonna be doing HMC, so Retro still in the lead with star count. Actually, he's not. Sorry, I looked that wrong, but he probably will be in a second because he's about to finish up a bunch of stars here. But he also still hasn't done the Princess Peach Secret Slide stars, which is I'm interested in seeing if he just altogether skips those, because that does seem like it will be too quick stars to get. I think Vorago saved time on that, and if Retro doesn't opt for that, but he has to exit course after SL here, so I'm expecting him to probably go for it then. That would be the last chance. Like I said, some people have their own routes for things. Since they are easier stars, maybe he does them later. Maybe it's kind of like what he would do in a normal run. No, actually, he's gonna be making it upstairs again. No, oh, I guess he realized he's forgotten them. Yeah, okay. I'm not sure if that's a mistake on his part, because he did them, like, forgot them initially or what happened, but he is doing the slide stars. I did get my confirmation at last. I was wondering what was happening, because those seemed like they would definitely be faster for him than having to do something crazy upstairs. Vorago finishing up HMC nicely here. So we see him with the definite lead at this point. There's no doubt about that. He also has an extra star from somewhere. I'm not sure. Oh yeah, he got MIPS. Yeah, from the different route. So Retro actually kind of looking a little bit bad position compared to Vorago. Not only is he a star behind, but that also means he has to get an extra star that probably is slower, maybe hotter. Gives it more of a risk factor. Vorago having some struggles just getting up there though. Okay, we're about to see here. I know that it should probably be a Reds, and then talking to the Bob-on body to pick up the cannon so you can get some quick stars over the side. Retro also, you know, kind of on the tails to Vorago. It's not that their difference is that big. Vorago just has the lead and then an extra star. So I'm assuming the Retro has to do an extra star either here, which that doesn't really seem to make sense unless you would have to re-enter the stage. No, because I think you do every star here in a felt swoop besides what's the name of the star? 100 coin in the top of the house. Sorry. So I'm expecting to have to do extra stars in TTC, but again, I'm not that seasoned in this run. I'm not sure if you do all stars TTC in the first place. Vorago messing up here, but that's not too bad. He knows that you can just double long jump over, and you have to do this ledge grab. He does the double wall kick actually, showing off some finesse with probably the normal 120 and 70 star run. Very nice. Retro loving this though, kind of doing a safe strat here, but you know, catching up a little bit. Not bad. He does the ledge grab for safety. It always bases it correctly if you long jump near the edge. So Vorago picking up this right over here. We're seeing them right next to each other side by side, but Retro, as I might remind you, still needs an extra star. He's done a slightly different route. And Vorago getting the final star here in a second. Messing up here by the little stairs. The slope is pretty annoying, I have to admit that. Retro, again, just on his tails. It's gonna be interesting to see though, because it could very easily change just in the matter of, you know, either Sky or just TTC itself. Vorago finishing up here, just needs 6 stars, which I guess that does mean that he's just not gonna be getting 100 coin. I guess that's what Retro will be having to do, because he needs 7 stars right here. And you do need 70 stars in order to enter Sky. You can't just do the last star, because BLJs are banned in 70 star, even in the Nonstop category. So Vorago gotta be scaling up here. This is kind of an interesting part to do TTC, because you're kind of just making your way up along the way. This is where Retro is gonna lose a little bit of time. It's pretty much the same route in that sense, but he has to pick up 100 coin star, which takes an extra, you know, part of his time. Might not be as bad as it seems though. I was expecting to maybe be an extra star somewhere else, but this makes sense. It's gonna be the 100 coin. He's just gonna have to kind of do the normal route and then pick up, you know, some stars along the way. Vorago making it to the top here, and then he's gonna be making it down all the way, just picking stars up along the way. Interesting way you'll be seeing this done, and that does save a decent amount of time over having to pick coins up on the way up. But Retro is used to this, so I'm assuming it's a route he's comfortable with. Gonna be picking up some extra coins later. Vorago's making pretty close here though. Just needs the final star. He bonks and he actually dies, but that shouldn't be too bad. He just has to re-enter, get red coins, and then it's done. Pretty quick star still. And then he's making it to Sky. We see Retro here finishing up the top part, which means now he's just gonna have to pick up the stars, and then alongside the way he's gonna be picking up some extra coins, since there are gonna be, you know, some parts to it. He bonks in the top there, getting the slide effect. Just waiting for the thwomp here. As Vorago making it back in, picking up the last. Oh, actually not picking up the last star, having some struggles there. Does a front flip by accident, it seems, because he was not expecting that. Didn't land. Do some kicks up here. Retro maybe probably enjoying this. He doesn't, you know, the players can't see each other playing right now, so they don't know where they are, what routes they're doing, what star count, etc., and mistakes. So he won't know that, but, you know, in heart, in spirit, he's enjoying the fact that Vorago struggling a little bit on reds, maybe seeing if he can get a chance to catch up here at the end. He's gonna be spawning the star now, just needs a few more. If Vorago has a bad Sky, this is actually kind of close. Could be cutting it in kind of at the end here. Vorago, though, with the lead, as we saw just as they were making it upstairs for sure. Looking to maybe just get this done with, seal the deal, first run. Now, may I remind you, this is not the end of the race. They're doing a best out of 3. So after this, they're going to be racing again, and the winner has to win one more time in order to be the winner of the, you know, the tournament race they're doing here. Retro finishing up though, about to make it up to Sky, and Vorago is struggling a bit with the stairs. It's gonna be interesting. He's opting for a safe strat here, which obviously, from our perspective, probably gonna be the best choice. Can't mess up, triple jump and die. But I would say this still can't. Oh, he messes up and falls down. I was just about to say before, but even more so now. It's gonna probably come down to throws. Vorago missing just one throw could mean that they're about tied at this point. There's probably not more than 15-second difference, depending on how you back up the missed throw. It's gonna be interesting. Also, this Retro, he's also doing safe strat. If he did the triple jump wall kick, that would have been a nice time to save. Vorago here, triple jump diving, getting into the pipe at you know, decent time. It's gonna be interesting here. Because I'm not sure how used to throws these players are, and also if they're, you know, nervous, that can make a big difference here at the end of the race. Vorago making the first one. He's gonna have to miss 2 throws and Retro hit all. At that point, Retro would win this race. So it's gonna be interesting here. Making the second one, okay. It looks like Vorago is about to seal this race and get the first win under his belt. Yes, okay, he makes the final throw. This is 1-0 for Vorago, assuming he doesn't fall off here at the end or something very, very silly. And Retro looking to finish up here as well. Not that far behind. Actually, kind of a close race, but Vorago will finish up 36-25. I think was the final time. Not a personal best for him, but it does beat Retro's PB, I would mention. So Vorago sitting kind of nicely in the lead here. 1-0 now. Looking like he's the favorite, not only by PB, but also by this run. But it was kind of close. The difference between these two players is not that big. And I think Retro actually PB'd in this run. So he can probably do even better than that later. I'm not sure if his PB is just not up to date, but it's a 37 on the leaderboards. But yeah, good job to Vorago, your first win. Race is not done though. I will just be grabbing something to drink. I forgot to get something at the start. So just 1 second as the players here are getting ready for the second round. Just a second from the commentator here on Flippio. Signing off for just 5 seconds. Be right back.
process. And it's all thanks to you. Thank you, Mario. We have to do something special for you.
Okay, I'm back again with a nice glass of milk this time. Probably gonna help a little bit on my throat. Not that it's bad now, but it might be later. Seems like it's about a 2-minute break here before they're gonna start the next round. Just gonna let credits roll for a little second. Actually, I'm not sure. They both said they're ready. Actually, only one of the players have. Yeah, okay, confirmed now that Retro did actually get a PB. His final time 36:49 if I remember. I can't even remember the time. That was a PB for him. Vorago not PBing, but taking the race still. So still good on him, of course. But congratulations to Retro on the PB. Let's see if he can do even better next race. Definitely a lot of room for improvement looking at some of the mistakes in the run he had happening. Also, excuse me if I'm a little bit stuffed in my nose. It is that season, especially here in Denmark. My location, probably about 0 degrees outside right now. Not the most fun of times. I can deal with it though.
It's me, Mario! Hello!
Sorry for that. I think I accidentally didn't mute my microphone. It was an elephant in my room. That was not me blowing my nose. That was an elephant. Confirmed by me. We're seeing the players getting ready here in a second. Retro confirming he's ready. We're just waiting on a confirmation from Vorago, and we're about to start the next race. Okay, and we're starting 2, 1, and go. Not sure what. Okay, Retro did remember to delete his file last second. There might just be a slight delay, but both of the players have gotten a go from the organizer here. And here we go. So, as you see here, when the run starts. Oh. Vorago saying that his emulator froze. So we're doing a restart. Oh, Retro actually. Okay, RetroRuns moded, which is probably the worst thing that can happen. But since Vorago's emulator froze, it's gonna be a restart of the race. That is pretty hilarious, not gonna lie. Everyone in the Discord chat laughing this off. Unexpected. We're just getting a confirmation here on ready from both players again before we're starting. We're waiting here, just confirmation from both players before we're starting.
Mario!
Both players confirmed ready again. And Para, our host, is doing the countdown, so we'll see just a few seconds and they're going. So, noticeable, as you might have seen in the first run, something very specific about
Mario.
the Nonstop category is
Hello.
when the run starts, there's no intro. It's just cut off entirely. There's no real point in having that in a run like this, where the point is for it to be really quick and everything in succession with pretty much no breaks. Both players starting here, and we'll see if RetroRun can redeem his moat in the failed run. Both of them getting the Lakitu cutscene, but nothing too bad. At least they're equal in that sense. Retro is on JP actually, noticing. I'm not sure if you might have issues ever with secrets in SSL, but I think when you do secrets in SSL the way they're doing it, there's usually no issues.
Go.
Retro and Vorago doing the same route here, it seems, which makes sense. It will be weird just kind of switch it up mid-run, but Vorago getting bomb clip this time. Probably in his, you know, likeness. Wait, I'm not even sure how you say that in English, but essentially, I'm pretty sure that's what he's fond of. That's what he expected. Retro making it over here, doing the double long jump, and he will make it onto the island. Let's see if he can get bomb clip this time. Last time, both of them missed it. Let's hope that both of them get it this time. Messing a little bit up with the bomb here, but with big bomb, this should still be fine. Oh, just barely not. I guess maybe he didn't jump and get enough speed. Maybe the angle was just bad. He's kind of up to try and do it again. He will get it this time. Good angle and entry. So, Vorago again doing 100 coin here in Womps. Blue coin kind of spawning in a bad spot. Actually fell down. I'm not sure if he's. I guess he'll just opt to do the Piranha blue coin soon. Doing Plague push here again. I guess that's his go-to strat. Maybe just for the race, maybe just in general. And sorry if sometimes I'm not speaking. It seems that my nose suddenly went wild running. But anyways, Retro here doing Hovercone as well. Again, it's gonna be a different route from both players because Vorago doesn't do the island hop star, which they call it again, wink Mario to the shoot to the island. I can't remember. He's not doing that, so the route will be slightly different. He will also be doing the slides earlier, so we will see a mismatch from these two players. It will look like Vorago is in the lead the entire time, when it can be difficult to tell maybe. Definitely in the lead right now in terms of gameplay, having no big struggles so far, whereas Retro missed bomb clip, having to do the backup. Vorago is finishing up here though. Gonna have to re-enter, getting top of the fortress, and also getting the owl star, the cage star. Retro missing Cannon is here, because he's gonna be getting the 100 coins and then making his rounds back up here. Let's see if he can get it this time. Kind of a wide catch, but that might still be fine. Gets it this time, that's perfectly okay. Retro getting close to finishing up 100 coin here. Vorago having some struggles just entering the slide in the first place. Let's see if he can up his 13.7 from last run. Okay, a little bit better, but maybe not. He's very far to the side and kind of slow on the... Yeah. But still beats it. 13.4. Better than last time. Well done. So getting down here, getting both stars, and Retro finishing up 100 coin. Okay, Vorago flying around, getting all the coins. Hopefully, nothing bad gonna happen, but since this is a different strat for doing this, 'cause you do the switch after you get the star, probably not gonna be an issue for him. RetroRuns finishing up here, probably getting into the cage, and he does an exit course. So let's see if this time. Okay, still going for Dark World first here. That's his go-to. I was wondering if that was just a mistake last time. He forgot the slide altogether. What the deal was with that, but seeing both players sync here, and last time Vorago was definitely further behind at this point, so Vorago having the better start this time. And Vorago not dying this time in Dark World. It's looking like a good start in general for him. Retro getting bopped here by the Goomba squad. Actually twice in a way. He bounced him the second time, but still in his way, messing up his normal movement. So Vorago catching up, not only in in the star count, but also general lead at this point. But his lead with the star count is going to be a little bit different because he's losing time on the route for sure. He's doing the wing cap star and BOB after Dark World here, but that should kind of be a sync. But again, the issue RetroRuns not doing the same route in terms of doing the slide right after Dark World. Maybe he will this time. It's really difficult to tell if that was a mistake on his part. But I think maybe his intention is to do it just before going into Tippy. Both of them hitting the throw here. Pretty much a sync, but Vorago hasn't done the star and BOB and has finished that slide. So I'd say Vorago probably here in the lead. But it's, again, up to both players to do their best. Oh yeah, I forgot RetroRuns also hasn't done the wing cap, so Vorago looking like a sharp start here. Okay, Retro not messing up this time. I think last run he had some issues with some of the coins, but getting it this time. I think probably gonna do the same strat here where he... Okay, I guess it was a mistake last time. This time getting the left grab and quick exit course. Very nicely done. He's gotta go for CCM right after here. So we're gonna be seeing a desync throughout this entire run again on star count. So let's just take a look at the players' skills to see if their execution is gonna be good here. I know they had some struggles last time with some of the 100 coin parts here in CCM after the slide. Let's see what happens. Okay, sliding down here. Opting for triple jump entry to get more coins from the chimney part. Making sure they have enough. I think they can spare 1 or 2 coins in this route and still be fine for the arrow at the end. Not really much to say about this slide. As long as they get the coins and they go around the corner somewhat tight, that should be fine. Retro here, ending up doing the wall kick over the wall. But sliding just past it, just barely missing it. Vorago doing a little bit of a safer strat, not necessarily slower either, just slowing down and jumping to get to the wall. This time around, Vorago not having trouble with that wall. Last time, kind of rubbing up against it. This time, not so much. Having some trouble getting the little penguin though. This Retro is already down by the mother. So what's interesting kind of about this sync is that you can see Retro has saved a little bit of time on Vorago just on this stage so far, but all round Vorago still in the lead at this point. See here Retro, I think he's still doing the slower movement. Vorago opting for the wall kick, but messing up. Is he gonna try and do it anyways? Seems like it, and he gets it this time. Maybe doing a long jump over. And bonking, oh, I guess maybe the wonky camera made it a little bit hot for him. RetroRuns having a pretty good CCM here. Still, he doesn't do the slide strat that Vorago does. Looks like he can time him on that part. Oh, and he dives and he dies! He didn't get the 100 coin star. Oh, and he also didn't get wall kicks for work. I'm wondering if he has a backup, or if he's just gonna have to enter the slide and then do 100 coin right after. I think he's just gonna go with entering the slide and having to do 100 coin and wall kicks for work. The penguin here now, though, this is interesting. He could just be opting to do the penguin star and then when he's collected that, just go for wall kicks will work immediately. Because having to pick up the extra coins, definitely more time loss. Altogether, maybe he could be planning a different route on the mistake. Maybe he could be thinking, okay, well, then I don't need this annoying star at the end. Maybe I don't need 100 coins, etc. Gonna be interesting to see what kind of approach he takes to this, because I think that would be the smarter choice for him at this point. But it could also just be the part where he's maybe confused about what to do. Okay, he does a jump dive, and I think he's still finished in time. It seems like he definitely will be catching up with the penguin here. I think he beat it because he got pushed by it. Let's see what it says here. Oh, he did get it. Okay. Kind of scary, but it ends up working out. Vораgo getting the balcony star and then getting the big blue here. Let's see what he's gonna do, because obviously that star doesn't do anything, but he has a lot of coins from this slide. It would make sense to get some extra. Kind of going up here. I'm not sure what he's doing. Oh, okay, yeah, for sure. He's getting the 100 coin and then also the walkie fork. He's gonna be picking up these coins along the side here, which should just about equal in the same amount of coins needed. There's a few extras here as well. So he's gonna be going down, getting the arrow down. Obviously very unfortunate death, but he ends up getting an extra star in the making, so that might, in a sense, not be as bad as it seemed. He's gonna be doing a long jump this time just to be 100% safe. Vораgo here, maybe in quite a big lead. But this time he also gets the fly guy bounce. Vораgo, yeah, making it over for this little pillar. See Retro finally finishing up CCM with some struggles, but making it to BBH now. Gonna try and do his best to catch up here, but Vораgo with what I would call a solid lead, picking up this pretty nicely. Probably also on PB pace, seeing assists. Personal best is at 35, and he got a 36 last run. See us on emulator, he doesn't really get any lag there, just kind of rushes through. A little bit of lag on his end. Retro entering BBH here. See. Getting a dive, I don't think that's intended for him, but making it over to the balcony now. Catching up here, Vораgo with the star. Actually landing directly in the center of that pit. Very nice. That is an intentional death. You want Mario to die there, so you can get over to LLL right here as quick as possible. Both players actually also doing the punch strat on the big boo. Getting the wing cap here. Kind of a, I guess maybe a safe camera if you will, but a little bit slower. It's the star. Wing cap disappears. I think I mentioned that a few times. But yeah, for those who don't know, the Nonstop code makes it so that you can, after picking up a star, continue. It doesn't take you out of the stage. A side effect of this being that when you pick up a star with a wing cap or an invisible cap or a metal cap, the effects disappear. Thankfully, as you'll see later in SL, having a shell doesn't disappear. The animation does though, the shell itself, the model disappears, but you still stay on the shell. Retro here making it into SL. SSL, sorry. Finished up BBH nicely. See if he can get... Oh, he actually dies. I'm not sure if that slide kick is just an Nintendo Stratophis. Kind of weird. I would maybe... Oh, okay. Actually, I think the issue being that hitting the flag and then also making to the pillar probably very difficult. So he's just opting to do a slide kick over there. No, actually never. Like this time he's doing this, but he's skipping the bird eye just for safety. I'm not sure if that slide kick was intended or not now. It might have just been a mistake and he won with it, but he just barely didn't make it over there. Waiting around for the talent here. Not that fast, obviously, but it's better than, some big mistakes. He actually wants to kick this bird for whatever reason. What I would have done was probably just, like that, jump into him, but... I guess that's just preference. He just wants to be sure that he doesn't jump down, waste time with that. Vораgo actually messing up and dying here inside the volcano, it seems. Making back up though, this time getting over there, getting the star. He's trying to kick the wall, he's not really having it. See his strat here, he's going for the wall kick again. He does make it over there nicely. Gonna go down here and Had Mario die from the lava, and Retro finishes up SL, I think? Or did... Yeah, okay. Just paying attention to two players at once can be a little bit difficult. So, you know, bear with me if I make some mistakes in the commentary. It's solo commentary for me right here. Retro trying to keep tails with Vorago. They're going to be splitting up pretty soon. Or, well, right now for Vorago's case, he's opting to do DDD here and doing HMC late, which does give him an extra star just from getting nips later. Retro, however, doing HMC early, so after LLL here, when he's done with this, he's got to be making it over for the end of the basement. Having some trouble here, clipping through the bottom, which actually that is a thing, kind of a standards thing, if you will. But getting up there just because of the same effect and not dying. Having some trouble with the puzzle because of that, though. A little bit of a different cycle. Vorago making it down here, not much to say, but he's gonna have to do some clean swimming here for the rings. Slowing down a little bit, not a bad idea actually, just to make sure you time this properly. Okay, RetroRuns. Almost making that much bad. Vorago still doing backs up here. Finishing up DDD. And if I recall correctly, he doesn't get an extra star like Retro did. Actually, thinking back about that, Retro does an extra star in DDD. Not sure where he was missing an extra star earlier, then he must do a slightly different route from Vorago. In the last run I didn't notice. But Vorago finished up DDD, going for Fire Sea here as RetroRuns is trying to make his ends here in LLL. Had some struggles in last run with the ending here, where he died after long jumping over and hitting the the lava spewer there. But okay, I guess that's his intended stretch to just go over the pole. Actually falls down and misses that altogether. Not really sure what he's about to do here, it seems, from his own perspective. Up down here, I think that's a good choice. He could have also, you know, went with the death and just re-entered. That might have been about the same speed anyways. This time around doing a full jump dive for safety. Vorago here. Trying to get up in Fire Sea, but having some trouble with that wall, just kind of knocking him out for a second. Okay, Vorago finishing up the Fire Sea part here. Just needs to get the throw. Gets an extra 1-up on the way. Not sure if that's a normal intended strat, but that makes sense. Because, again, micromanaging of your lives can be difficult. Maybe even for safety in ways. Now Retro, gonna be doing HMC. He's opting to do this early. Gonna be missing out on a Nips star because of this. But it does mean you get some of the stages out early and get more stars. Might be nice for a confidence boost or mentality. Okay, Retro getting over the wall here. Let's see if he can make it this time with the switch hit. He's not even going for it. A double jump kick land right there. That's Vorago, now with the Fire Sea key, making it upstairs, and he's gonna be returning to HMC later when he exits course with over 50 stars, just to get the extra nips. But for now, it's wet drywall time. Oh yeah, that's where Retro was missing a star. Retro does a different route in wet drywall where he won't be getting a secret star. Vorago opting to get that. It is definitely faster, but it's a little bit difficult because you have to do a cycle with the elevator at the end. Which you'll be seeing Vorago doing here very soon. It's going to be making it down here. Actually bonks on the wall, but doesn't take too much fall damage. Should be fine. Here going off the chest in DDD before he's going to be making his way into the rings on the other side. Vorago getting a nice triple jump up there. Also a faster spread, obviously. See if Vorago can do this. Waiting here just to make sure that he does a proper long jump. Lands over here and he's gonna be trying to look to break this box as quick as possible. Bounces on the spider, which is not good news, but this time he gets the punch immediately. Last run, accidentally missed the punch. Gotta be messing up at the end, but it's fine because he made it over the elevator, so it won't be fall down and, you know, fall damage and having to go up there again for him, thankfully. Retro again having trouble here. I'm not sure if he's just gonna wait the rings out. He's still in a bad position, I think. He's too centered. He might think he could do this, but that's not gonna be possible. He's turning around a little bit too early, and now he's trying to go for it. Here it works out. That's a fine angle. Let's see if he can get it. And he does. Okay, that's fine. Had some trouble, but it ended up being fine. That's Vorago actually messing up the triple jump wall kick here around for secrets. Gonna be doing safety strat, but also failing that. Just Cypher let's grab and then go around. I guess more of an intended way, almost. Still very unintended though. Okay. He is still having some issues on secrets. It seems like that might be his bane of THI, but definitely going better than last run, so that's nice for him. Retro, done with DDD. Gotta be entering Fire Sea here. I guess that was his opt to change. I thought it would be TTC 100, but I think he just didn't do 2 rounds of DDD, which again I think maybe that's probably a better idea thinking about it. Retro did get an extra star in CCM. He got the penguin on the slide because he died at the end of 100 coin. If anyone's wondering what I'm talking about and you haven't been sitting around for the entire time. If you did just join us, however, welcome. This is GSA Speedrun stream for SM64. Flip PO, and I'm commentating this race between RetroRuns and Vorago. They're doing a 70-star speedrun with a Nonstop code, which is a game share code for those who don't know, which is a pretty much injection into the Nintendo 64. Of course, on an emulator, you can just do this by entering code directly into the system. But the effects of this code is that there's no cutscenes. Almost, you skip having to re-enter a stage every time, because when you pick up a star, it doesn't put you out of the stage. Usually, this only occurs when you pick up a 100-coin star. You get the little text display. In this run, however, when you pick up any star, as you'll see, with this one, the Fire Sea, for instance, no text appears and you don't get taken out of the stage. We're seeing RetroRuns Vorago doing this race here. Vorago a little bit in the lead right now, and he also has game one. This is the best out of 3, and this is part of the tournament. So Vorago probably also is the favorite to win this, finishing up THI here. He has the slightly better PB. Retro did PB last race, but still got beaten by Vorago with that. Let's see here. Retro gonna be finishing up Fire Sea nicely. Vorago, though, looking a lot better this time. They're doing the same exact route as last time, but when Vorago entered TTM, I'm pretty sure RetroRuns was in the middle of THI. So a lot better for Vorago. Not necessarily that it's terrible for RetroRuns, it's just it looks like Vorago hasn't been having as much trouble with consistency. He makes a side backflip this time. Lost a lot of time on that last time, both setting up and messing it up. Gonna slide down here and get this mysterious mountainside. I can remember. Okay, hitting the endless wall, but not actually bonking and falling down. Just getting bonked back onto the mushroom. Not too bad then. Maybe just bad for your mentality. Maybe a little bit shook about that. But it doesn't look like it. Doing some bad rollouts still. Good movement on the mushrooms. Having some trouble getting up for the last red. This Monty Mole is bullying him. Also the walls are bullying him. Everything's out to get him. But finally picking this up. Lots going on here, and then he's gonna make it out for a secret mountainside star. And that's gonna be the end of TTM as well. Not hitting an endless wall, thankfully. RetroRuns looking here. Pretty much all ready to finish up with Drywall. He's not doing the secret star. That is a star less to get than Vorago's, but the price of that obviously being not as many issues with this elevator right here. No cycle to make, you just can go up there. Vorago finishing up TTM though, looking like a very good run for him. If it was pretty close before, it's definitely more Vorago's victory this time. That's what I'm kind of getting the painted picture. But let's see if Retro can pull this off. Vorago, if he makes some small mistakes, that can pay off pretty quickly for Retro actually. In this category, since it's so short, small time losses add up pretty quickly, more than you'd expect. Virago falling down here. Still getting kind of a weird slide. I guess he's just gonna go up the side. It's Retro doing this beginner strat for secrets. As Virago is having trouble again with the side here of the cliff. Camera is kind of weird though, I have to admit. It takes a little bit of practice and getting used to. As Retro is finishing up here in secrets. He's kind of slowing down just to make sure that his camera is okay before he goes. And as you finish this up and go over, you take this little teleporter. It needs to start first though, of course. And then gonna enter for piranha plants. Virago almost hitting that coin box, the money bag, the coin bag, purse. Can't remember the specific name. I think it's money bag. That would have been pretty bad because he's going for reds as well on the stage. And if that had broken the shell, then yeah, you wouldn't have been able to collect that unless if you knew the slide kick back up, either of the two. But having to not worry about that as he does collect the red coins and finishes up here after he gets this triple jump into the deep freeze. Having some trouble with that, however. Gotta exit course there. Now he's gonna be making back into basement to do MIPS and then HMC in one swoop instead of having no extra MIP star done. RetroRuns almost at the end of THI here. Gotta be entering the Red's cave. He messes up on the triple jump. Has to do the triple jump wall kick as a backup because he messes up getting into the hole here and landing on the big plank. But does it pretty quickly, so not the biggest deal. Raga doing a triple jump dive in basement. Not sure if that's optimal, but maybe just kind of showing off the aerobic skills he has with SM64. Who knows? RetroRuns finishing up THI. That'll just be jumping into the hole here and a Mario die. A little bit more optimal. Virago entering HMC. Definite lead here. He has a lot more stars. 10-star lead at this point. Not that the star lead necessarily tells the story since there are different parts of the run. But HMC is still a pretty quick stage for stars. And as soon as he's done with this, he's going to be entering Tippy. It's looking like Virago is actually on some pretty decent PB pace. What should be noted is that Virago's PB is just one finished run from him. Not sure if he's done more runs since that. He's gonna die here. Oh, what a sick backup. He actually gets the momentum, and then as you slide off a hill, Mario's, facing direction becomes what you're looking at, and you kind of go into free fall, which means that he can jump out of that immediately. I thought that was going to be a death, but he was ready for it. Well done, Virago. Having some trouble here, maybe a little bit shook after that happened, and struggling getting down. Gonna be doing the noob strat here. He said, I've had enough, I can't be bothered, just let me click through here. And he does that. Retro liking that little mistake scenario from Virago though. Both of these players playing can't see each other, but Retro needing that kind of to come back from this. He hits an inverse wall, that was pretty far to the side, and he actually dies. Very unfortunate. Not the worst death though, as he can just re-enter and go for the box. The bounce from that. But Virago is actually done with normal upstairs and basement. He's about to make it into Tippy, the end of the run here. And on pretty good pace too. RetroRuns still needing to do TTM and Snowman's Land before he can get up there. Not as much of a struggle for Virago. Everything about this run just looks more clean for him. I think maybe he just was a little bit, not rusty necessarily, but just had to get warmed up before he was ready to do a run. First one, a little bit shaky, maybe also nerves. This time around, just kind of beasting everything. Some small mistakes happening throughout, but nothing that he can't deal with in terms of getting a new person at S here. Finishing up Reds, just barely getting on there. And RetroRuns is done with, I'm not sure why he didn't jump off directly, I was wondering if he missed a star or something, but done with TTM. Just needs SL and he's making it a Tippy as well. So it's not like it's a bad run for Retro, but Virago just kind of capitalizing on this lead right now. Playing pretty well, nothing bad happening so far. But let's see, he had some issues here last time, kind of almost falling down. See if he can make it over. He bonked here in the long jump. And he does the same thing, but Oh my god, the Lackets are actually bonking him off. I was about to say just knowing how to back this up. This happened before. Lackets is saying, I'm not having any of that, you're going down. Thankfully for Virago, not entirely dead. Can just kind of get up here again and go for this. I'm wondering if he's thinking at this point, maybe I should just ledge grab. That is the safer strat, that is a lot easier. But he's probably just gonna try and go for this. He does ledge grab, okay. My mindset is kind of what he was thinking at the same time. It makes more sense, to be honest, if that's happening. He's looking to finish up the stage. Oh, he falls off entirely, he's dead! He just jumps off, he was so far left. I guess he was maybe expecting to kind of slide off the side, but the wind pushing him, and he just had no time. Now he's gonna have to go all the way up there. I'm not sure how, good he is at lacking to bounce. That's gonna be his go-to instead of having to go all the way around. He's going for it for sure. He's gonna have to get this. There's gonna be a lot of time loss. Gets the bounce. Let's see if he can get up there. RetroRuns this time, not forgetting to get the slide before going into tippy part. He gets the ledge grab, but he can do a side flip dive here and should be fine. Yeah. Let's see if Virago can actually make it into the cannon this time. Gonna take it a little bit slow there. Don't think that was intended, but okay, so definitely big time loss for Virago. Kind of sad to see at this point. This was on a very good pace for him as well. Not sure if it's PD pace for him anymore. RetroRuns seeing this. Well, he's not seeing this, but in spirit, he's seeing this and thinking, okay, this is my chance. This is where I have to get back at him. I'll just have to do a quick SL. And then do the slide here, and I'm ready to catch up. He's about to be making it into Rainbow Ride now, I believe. Barely even saw him doing SL, just kind of in the corner of my eye as Virago was struggling. Virago finishing up here. Some struggles and the death there, pretty bad for him. But still, maintaining a pretty good lead. He has a star lead and also is a whole stage ahead of RetroRuns. Not that Rainbow Ride is necessarily a long one, but it's not a short one either. You have to go pretty far around the side. Okay, Retro's about to make it over for Rets here, as Virago having some trouble with the triple jump wall kick, but getting up there. So Virago not needing 100 coin here. It's gonna be just making it to the top and then getting stars on the way down. What usually is seen as kind of this climbing as you're seeing right now. With maybe some errors, Virago falling down. But in Nonstop, it's kind of a little bit of a different route since it's pretty quick to fall, not so much to climb up. Instead of having to go around the side all the time. Just going up to the top first and then climbing down and getting the stars in the way is the easier strat for sure, by far even. Also faster, of course. Virago making... He's trying to do the triple jump wall kick over on the back, but opts to just do the safe strat, or the normal strat if you will, after looking like some issues or something like that. In a scary Mario came here, but should be fine. RetroRuns also falling down, but not getting bumped by Lakitu this time. Having some issues here and getting burned by the blue flame. the carpet actually coming back from him saying, okay, well, you're not gonna have this easy. I'm gonna be messing this a little bit up for you. Retro not too shook by that. Getting back over here, grabbing that star. Virago was really struggling just getting into that fence right there. Gonna be losing some time on a lot of these things. But what's looking very, very, very good for him is just turned in a matter of stages into maybe a little bit more doable of a competition for RetroRuns. Let's see if he can get over here and not fall off this time. Last time he died on the way down to the Reds. He doesn't this time. Having some troubles on Reds though, as RetroRuns is pretty much finishing up on Rainbow Ride here. Just needs the final star and he's on TTC. Still probably actually doable at this point. Oh, he was going for a different cycle there, I guess, and then decided, okay, that's not gonna happen. Virago finishing up. Jumping off here. Has 2 lives to spare. Here's the RetroRuns finishing up. Has no lives to spare. He can't just suicide at the end. He has to grab a life for that to be possible. Which I think that's worth his time instead of having to exit course. Virago making it for the end here. Could be getting him at 35, which is definitely better than last run still. But it was on way better pace before Rainbow Ride happened. Let's see here. RetroRuns is gonna have to play really, really well, along with Vorago having to make some pretty crucial mistakes for this to be a possibility of RetroRuns. And as this is a best out of 3, Vorago just needs to get the ending here, clutch the ending and win this race. If that happens, the tournament win is his, and he enters the next round as RetroRuns is. I believe he's knocked out. I don't think there's a loser's bracket. So this is his tournament life he's struggling for. Vorago making up for the elevator here, not falling down this time like last run. Looking like a pretty high 35 kind of pace if he gets all throws. He did get them last time. They look pretty solid. Not the fastest throws, but just what you want. Retro having some trouble with this 100 coin route. I'm not sure how well versed he is in 100 coin in this route. It's kind of a little bit different because you don't get all coins initially. Vorago throwing, getting... Well, it was the right direction, but he just didn't have the speed. Not sure if he's slowing down because he's nervous or... Oh, I thought he fell off, but he actually didn't. Just barely diving on the edge there. He's gonna have to drop Bowser right off into the bomb. Bowser was standing no chance to even avoid that. RetroRuns getting the 1-up that he was looking for, that I mentioned. Vorago hitting the second throw. It looks like Retro is not gonna have a single chance of catching up with this. As Vorago freezes on the stream and gets the last throw, I guess. Okay, Vorago winning this tournament race. Final time is a low 36, so no 35 for him this time. His PB is, I believe I'm at 35 or low 35. Definitely a lot more improvements to be seen. He finishes up with a 36.05, 36.06. So, very well done. Good job by Vorago. RetroRuns is obviously going to be trying to finish. I believe. I'm not sure if he's actually going to finish, but he's at the ending. I think he would. But you can see RetroRuns definitely... Oh, and he falls down and dies as well. He had some more struggles this time around, from the start to the finish. Because his time last time was a PB, he got a 36 with last run. This time, entering time moving, because that's fine, but because he already got red. He just needs the final stars here. Getting pushed off by the pendulum, but like in a good way. That was kind of interesting. Not sure where he's going. Just kind of afraid of the... I'm not sure if he's done playing. He was told that he doesn't need to finish if he doesn't want to. But okay, it looks like he's still trying. He's kind of maybe confused about what to do with time moving. Okay. Or not? Wait, does he have that star? I think he already got that star, but maybe I'm just remembering completely wrong.
Thank you, Mario. We have to do something special for you.
Commentator kind of intrigued at what Retro's trying to do. Oh, he does have the star. I guess he's just done.
Here we go!
Listen, everybody. Let's bake a delicious cake.
Yeah.
For Mario.
Well, the race is done. Vorago takes the win kind of convincingly. First run, very close. The second run, not so close. Retro still putting in some work, but ultimately not being able to clutch it out. As Vorago finishes with a slightly better run, low 36, and mixed into round 2. In chat, you can type ! bracket, and it will show the bracket for the race. Let's see here. This was the first round. Vorago actually seeded worse than RetroRuns, if I see correctly. Or maybe these aren't seeds. But Vorago is going to be facing off against JJ Plays Games next round. It's going to be interesting to see these two players fare off. So, just to wrap this up, thank you everyone for watching. I don't believe there's more runs here this evening for the GSA streams. But be sure to follow the channel and be notified when it goes live with the next run. You can also follow the Discord. I think there's an ! Discord for information. There will be updates and announcements, etc. for tournaments. But big shout outs to Speedrun.com and GSA for hosting this. Thanks everyone for watching, and I'm Papio signing off. Have a good evening.